Yes, he said that is part of the miracle of what you manifest is you say, I'm sitting here in this chair, it's such and such a month, a year, and I have done X, Y, and Z in the morning, and now here we are. And yet, you are the infinity of allness, and you focus upon just one part of what you call your being. And there are other times when you slip into a certain, what you would say, daydream, and then you come back and you say, oh, gee, I wandered off there for a while. Well, good, because you are proving to yourself that you are existing in a multitude of realities, lowercase r, and that you can focus in on one at a time or a whole myriad of them, like a movie screen, and say, oh, and it goes by so fast. Okay, you are making your reality lowercase r in every moment. And there are times when you bring in what you have remembered from the day before and maybe last lifetime, etc. And they do a melding of coming together. And you say, well, how can that be? Of course it can be. What you are doing right now, you are bringing together what you have read in your book. You are bringing together what you have experienced in this lifetime and also other lifetimes to say, well, this is real and this is, I don't know if that's real, etc. And you are putting together what you would call unconcrete realities. In other words, they are a bit misty, and they come and fade in and they fade out. And you say, well, which one is true? Well, in truth, they're all true. You make your reality moment by moment from your capital R reality. Every moment you have the building blocks of what you will call reality, lowercase r, from the reality of potential, capital R. And you bring it in and you say, oh, that's so great. I really feel good about that. I really enjoy being with that person. And they bring out the best in me. And then other times you say, oh, I'm having a really hard day today. I don't like being with so-and-so because she is always so down on everything. And I try to say, well, look, and show an example of something good and whatever. And they don't seem to catch it. And by the end of that day, I feel, whatever. And yet, the innocence of you, the reality, capital R, has been in a very good place all that day, has been quite omniscient and omnipresent in all kinds of situations, and has been saying to you, breathe, laugh, love, be. And sometimes after a while you say, I've heard that before. Take a deep breath. I've heard that before. Take another deep breath. You say, but if I do that, I'm going to pass out after a while. So go for it. I have seen many of you do the breathing, the deep breathing, to the place where you feel a bit dizzy, yes, in the physicality, and yet at the place where there has been an enduring peace that has come, where you say, well, I have been breathing so long and taking the deep breath, and I just really need to stop, which is the message from the beginning. Stop with all of the what ifs, with all of the, if I do this, it's not going to work right, thoughts. Just stop, breathe, be. And as you practice this, and it does take a bit of practice, you come to a certain place where you can reach that peaceful state much more easily, much more quickly. And there is part of you, each and every one of you, that says if you get it too quickly, it's like, oh, that can't be real. No, if I take one breath and I feel peaceful, that can't be real. I have to breathe at least 24 times. 24, yes, maybe one more for good measure. Well, yes, I've seen all of you do this and just say, well, maybe it doesn't work until I do X number. In truth, as soon as you have the thought, it can work. But you prove it to yourself by doing the physical of the breathing and so forth. And you come to that place where, oh, it feels good just to stop, which is the whole message in the first place. It feels so good just to stop. Maybe I'm cured. And you are. You were before you even started the X number of breaths that you thought you had to take. And you have come home in that peace. But each and every one of you has your certain technique that proves to you the feeling of peace, or whatever feeling you were going for. So you do what brings you to that place. In truth, it is where you abide all the time. That peace that is forever ongoing. And if it takes 2003 breaths, and it doesn't happen in 2002, take the extra breath. Okay. You are being guided in every moment to know the omniscience and the omnipresence and the all of you to come home once again in peace. You come to that place that says, I am, full stop, period. Because you are. You are bringing together that reality. And as I have seen all of you do from time to time, live that reality with laughter. Live that reality in a space that says, I love it here. This is really great. It's crazy wild, but I love it. And I've seen all of you be what you call it crazy wild and come to that peaceful place where you know the peace that passes all understanding. In other words, it's not mental, but it is the peace of your true nature. And in that, you come home. A home that you, in truth, have never left. A home that abides forever within you and around you, as you understand around. The omniscience and the omnipresence of peace. Try it. You might like it. Thank you.